Correct. And on top of that, we get hooked into it, because if they pull some of the things that we have given up, some of the rights that we have given up, if the government gives them to you, they can always pull it back.
Certainly.
So that's pretty good blackmail right there. And that's where the ugly part of socialism comes in, of communism and all those things. Fairness is what you said. And for medicine, I could come up with a lot of things, Why should a city the size of Evansville have, I don't know how many MRI machines, where we could all collectively, which is a bad word for me, collectively put the money together to have one big diagnostic center where the doctors could use it. Instead of spending so much money in advertising and upping
and yeah, money can be saved there, and so there's
just some common sense.
There's solutions,
exactly.
Some common sense solutions.
And that will be our saving grace, because you cannot educate people in common sense. And that comes from the family too, and that's what's going to save us at the end, even with bad education.
Well, the family, but even Washington is attacking the family. I mean, here in this past week or 2 weeks, that lady talking about that, like being an at-home mom is such a, you are nobody, and what I see is I have been a homestay mom, but it's very offensive, but I think by thinking like that, what you are diminishing is our kids. You are devaluing our kids, and that should be such a priority. That but the way I see it, if Obama wanted to do something, what about kids?
The thing is, a family is a team. That's what it is. It's a team where you bring your kids and together you'll get them out into the world later to be independent. I don't know how good I am or not, but I couldn't be half as good as I am now if it wasn't for her supporting me. And I think that's a heck of a job. There's a big contribution to society from a mother that stays at home as much as the career woman that brings forward out of problems.
Yeah, because I found out sometimes I was helping in school a kid who was struggling. The mother was working, but I was volunteering to teach that kid in reading or math or something. So it takes a community to.
And when it comes to medicine, okay, that little things like that. Why should we advertise so much when we could be using that for the thing? Big problem.
That is interesting. That's a good point that you make. You see a lot of advertising for hospitals and things. People need a hospital. They're going to find the closest hospital, right?
Yes.
They're going to find a doctor.
And in the community also, doctors. The bad thing about doctors, you see the people walking around. They're the signs that say this doctor is good because my result was good. You see somebody that gets.
But if we go to the Obamacare, you don't have a choice. You just, everybody's just pick the doctor.
Exactly. And then on the other hand, government can do some good things. Government could, like I said, big problems should be the ones that who's the future of our nation? Children. Okay. Why shouldn't we dedicate a lot of that super amount of money that Obamacare would be giving to the whole thing? And kids don't vote on top of that, so you gotta take care of them. No.
You're right. Education
and that's the thing. So why don't we just put away some money to really take care of children medically?
No questions asked.
And no questions asked. For at least the catastrophic things. Why don't we, even if everything is free, let's say, like it's planned, I think, the insurance companies, dry up in the vine and get a single payer system. If that happens, what's there to say that, it's going to be diluted? Because the government can only give so much. We're broke.
Yeah, you're right. We are.
So
well, I'm so appreciative of your time and sharing your hearts, but let's wrap it up here and just give me your thoughts in a minute and a half, and your concerns just Pilar, I'll just start with you if that's all right. Well, you're here in America. You love this country.
I love this country.
Stood by your husband for how many years?
Ooh, 38, going 39.
Wow, that's awesome. You don't look a lot
I think
older.
we are going to stay together.
Yeah, I think you're going to. I don't think she's going to let you go.
No, we make, I think, with her a good team.
Good.
You know, yes, I love this country. 3 of my kids have been born here, and I think I see through them too that they don't know what they have. I mean, how lucky they were being born in this country, and I realize too they don't have the experience of having living in another society, and thank God, no. But at the same time, that's a dangerous thing too, because ignorance is bliss, and it's dangerous. Yeah. And what I see is how this country has been changing in a way that is so radical. I would have never thought, you know, here from Washington was like brainwashing, and that scared me to death, because you don't even say that as a joke.
Yeah, we
could
go for hours with this.
Yeah, we could go for hours, but I mean, I hope that people will get involved with politics, will, you know, and that we cannot leave everything to the soldiers, that we are responsible for this country, for this democracy, if we want, and that please don't let those politicians, you know, take advantage of your ignorance, and because
one thing I must say, and it sounds awful, but we get what we deserve. If we don't vote, we're going to get what we deserve. That's one thing. The other thing is, if you wait a couple of generations, the other people won't be able to tell what we used to be.
That's a good point.
And you can't describe green to a blind person. So this is something important. And the thing
so time is of the essence.
The time is of the essence, and we need people in Congress, hopefully like you.
Yes.
We need people in Congress and in government altogether that are not there, that are there for the people, and not for little blocks of people, not Hispanics, not blacks, not Chinese or whatever.
Americans.
For Americans.
For Americans, because that's where we are. And I chose to become an American.
That's right.
Okay, and I'll be darned if I'm going to be run out of here. Okay, no.
You think that sometimes Americans take their
We
citizenship
take it for granted, and we, you know, it's nice to, hey, I got everything given to me. It's very easy, but we become soft.
Yes.
So we're going to lose everything if we keep on going like this. God, I painted it too black. This is a great country.
Yes, it is.
And I will echo that it's, you know, ignorance is bliss, but it's time for people to start getting educated and taking these threats very seriously, and appreciating what it is that we have in this country. And if I understand correctly, you not only came to this country, but you also served this country.
Yes,
correct?
I'm
And thank you for that.
Yes,
to make that
thank
decision,
you.
to make this your home, and then to serve it as your home, I think that's very commendable. Years ago when I became a nurse, when I was first in nursing school, one of my instructors, first day of class, said that one of the roles of a nurse is to always be an advocate for the profession. And I think that involves politics. And I think that becomes, that entails becoming educated on what's happening in politics, what's happening in Washington and Indianapolis at the state level, and the things that are going to impact the profession. And I think it's vital that people wake up, and everybody has a different trigger point. Everybody else has something, everybody has something that's a little individual to them that makes them say, oh wait, hang on a second.
Use your common sense. I mean, that's one thing that we still have and nobody will ever take away from us.
I hope so.
And,
but we have to listen to it. We have to become
Right.
educated, and we have to, take off the blinds of ignorance and see what's happening
And be
and
true to
admit
yourself.
what's happening.
There you go.
Yes.
And
be
accept
true
for
to yourself.
responsibility, because when
Definitely.
people are angry with Washington, but if they haven't voted, or if they've voted wrong, we're reaping.
Yes.
Maybe
We
we
do need
ought
to do
maybe
more.
we ought to put
We need
little
people
purple things
like
in your
Kristi.
fingers when you
Yeah.
vote.
That we need people,
That's a
people
good
like
idea,
you that, down to
He's talking
earth,
about
approachable.
Yes.
Yeah.
We need people, like that.
Right.
We need people that
The people
represent us.
Yeah, because
Not.
we don't know one day you
Right.
feel like what you need to do. Yes, Your Majesty
citizen-
in Washington.
citizen,
You need to bow to them.
Citizen,
I'm not
politicians or citizen, yeah.
Christy,
So-
thank you for having us.
Well, thank you for coming, and we, I'm so appreciative that Sarah took her time out, and Dr. Marera and Pilar.
Thanks for letting me vent.
Yes,
Yeah, we sounded like venting.
this is a completely unedited, this is unscripted, this is just each of us speaking from our heart and sharing with you, and we hope that you will have learned a little bit from Dr. Marera and Pilar, who actually have lived under communism and tyranny, and they understand exactly what socialized medicine is. So thank you.
No, great.
Thank you.